I can see right there's a gangle there. Flipping branch come off the almond tree there. All the high winds we had the other day. Now this one's already... I got this one out actually. We're sitting up in amongst these front ones. Now it appears that one right there is broken off a chunk there and it's bent the shit out of the fence. I'll show you that. There's another one I've got that I'll have to get rid of all these ones. Like, I don't know what you guys call them. Sort of think of them as widow makers, but it's probably not what they're called. But it's when the dead branches collapse in, and I've got this one right there, and I've worked out a plan to get the damn thing out. I've been trying for a while to clear it all out. That was the other one I got out that time. Remains of it are still sliced up as logs. It was coming out there. But yeah, termites is chewing into that tree. They must have flown a fair distance anyway. It's come from there and it's made it right through to here. And it screwed the fence up. I was pulling at it before trying to bend it back, but it's... yeah, that's got to go across there. Stuffed it up a bit. Oh well, this is what happens when you get the odd bit of wind. I heard a noise before. I thought it was the cat killing a rabbit. That's just why I went out there. But it's, I don't know, something involving a bird up there. We seem to have a large number of, pest birds. Of Indian minor bird, starling, blackbird. There's a particular sort of feral pigeon. You know, all of these are just open game. And the birds, the cats rather, have taken that quite literally. And on occasion, some chicks get plucked out of nests. But it always seems to be, fortunately, one of the ones that's on the pest lists of the country that they end up getting, because it seems there's a few of those. We have some lovely native birds here, but of course the pest ones are in larger numbers, and they tend to make nests around here, and well, the cats take advantage of the fact chicks don't really move when they can't fly. Well, I heard that noise again that I thought I heard with the cats. I think it's somewhere under the old truck here, but the process of trying to look under the truck, I realised something. This bastard lost the bonnet. And pretty much took out the blasted windscreen in the process. Yeah. I may have to mention this to my father, who wanted to keep this shit box. And he really just wanted the engine out of it. And he said, oh, yeah, as long as we get the engine out. And yeah, I might have to dress it up with a bit of tarp in a minute or something. Honestly, the thing's a bloody joke. I wanted to put this bastard through the crusher, but he wouldn't let me. But front tyres are buggered anyway. But he wants the engine, so yeah. Gonna have to get a tarp over it to help save it. I've got a bit of a shit one in there. He's got a few good ones. You know, I can't even see where this bloody bonnet's even landed. I mean, it's that bad. Nowhere down my paddock is there a bonnet. So, I don't really know what happened to that. Oh well, what can you do? There's a little fencing rig for the grapevines. What's next to the box on there? She fairly went flying. And, I think she might be a little bit bent too, by the looks. Yeah, just a tad. Beat the shit out of that side there. That's supposed to be flat. That's, I wouldn't say that's flat. Yeah, old lugs. Oh, they're all bent in as well. Yeah, she's bent like a banana, I'd say. So look at the rust even in the front of it. Yeah, I'd say she's stuffed. Oh, I know what the black mark is there. That's the seal around the windscreen as it's gone to thump the windscreen. She's even pranged that side in there as well a bit more. Shit, I'd say she's about ready for scrap metal. Now, well, next scrap metal run I'll have to wander down here, and you don't really like things like this unless you get it weighed down near the house, and I might take it up to the house and weigh a couple of things down on it. Seems a little dead bush here also snapped pretty good by the looks of it, I'd say. That's a decent chunk of wood to be snapping off there. Smoke. This is the thing with all these winds, you never know how flaming destructive it is until you come out and actually have a little look around and see what cup to slamming, you know. Well, she's raining. It's that time of the day when the sun starts to go down and everything that's wet looks sort of a yellowy brown colour, and everything seems to start looking sort of a yellowish brown colour, not just the stuff that's wet. But anyway, it was a hot day and I had the misting fan on until about 2 hours ago, and yet now it's as cool as a cucumber. But I've been working on this. This is going to be the panel that replaces the semi-flexible one that I have another use for. This one's the one off the cardboard house, and I got hold of this bit of scrap metal. It's some sort of, like a wire ratcheting mechanism, or, you know, steel cable ratcheting mechanism. It would have had the ratcheting piece sitting in here or something. I forget, they use them at vineyards, but not ones this big, and this one was a massive one with obviously the main ratcheting part missing that was just laying around here. So I've put it to good use and hammered it into shape using a vise and whatnot, and whacked some rivets through. And there's the original mount holes there that you're supposed to buy little brackets for. I've just drilled in through them as well, so I'll be able to basically put a bit of fencing wire through the hole into the other one I just drilled, and secure that to the heavy steel flashing I've got, or something like that. Basically, this will have to be screwed down as well, but at least now I can mount it on the roof safely and securely, with obviously the front held down where I've got those holes, and basically fencing wire will go through those, and 2 screws in that'll hold the back down, so then she'll be right against the wind. But instead of being 90 degrees like the semi-flexible one was, or completely flat, which probably doesn't work because it's a fair way back of the house, obviously, but not saying it wouldn't work, but you need a bit of an angle like that, but probably not 90 degrees. And the sun during winter comes in at 29 to 30 degree angle, and during summer comes in at a 45 degree angle. And so that is about the angle we got. So that'll help me maximise the sunlight, and that's what I've been doing while it's been raining. I've never seen so many inserts, extra bits written. The whole medal is full of extra bits written. Underlined circles. All fine calligraphy style. Ballpoint.
Holy smoke. That's what you call a slightly modified front couple of pages of a Bible. Yeah, it continues on. A lot of additions and underlines and references and marks and USSR. Multicolour. Handwritten letters everywhere. Oh my gosh, I've never seen so many inserts and excerpts and additions. I mean, these are your main ones. This is all the stuff here, and all here is extra, and here is all extra stuff me grandfather's plonked in. It's one of his old Bibles. Well, pretty needless to say, he was a bit of a Bible basher. 1973. Don't fall for the devil's tricks. He said all these newspaper cuttings. Same page, you got to go there, the gun. Best of all, straight over, you got an ad for some of the first cask wine. Gallon, which should be British gallon, which is bigger than the American gallon. One of the few British things that's bigger than American things. 4.5 litres to a British gallon as opposed to 3.8 for an American gallon. That would have been some of the earliest cask wine containers. But remember, things that used to make the news: blasphemy shout in church. Over in London, in Cumberland, clergymen and members of the congregation of an Anglican church were startled when a man stood up and yelled blasphemy, idolatry. And then added, this service is illegal in the Protestant Reformed Church of England. And the cops turned up. And this guy had come 300 miles, and he shouted that out when Roman Catholic type rites were being enacted. He said, we pointed out to police that the ministers were breaking the law by carrying on a Roman Catholic type service in an Anglican church. Lucky they didn't have a gay pride march out the front of the church. I think the whole lot of them would have died of shock. Our times have changed. Good mess that shot. Burt Reynolds. Holy smoke, this must be old. See if I can find a date. I don't think I can. Nah. Pretty old. Oh yeah, that's some thick glass. Bloody thick. Look, tiny little dimple in there. That's how thick it is. Standard old dome bottom. Let's kick that out of the flaming dirt just there, actually. There is so much flaming broken glass around here. I know they weren't joking when they said an alcoholic lived here once upon a time. I think it was where there used to be a bit of a gnarl of a fence. There's my new fence, and this is a big heap of boxes on and rubbish that end up sitting over there. Peppercorn, wood heater, but anyway, little hole. This just come out of that hole. That's right. Look at the bloody size of the thing.
Top of the bolt is as galvanised as the day it was made. And a little bit of leftover chicken wire. The shit that they hammered into the ground to fix fences and tie things off to things, and it's crazy. It is truly crazy, the crap that I keep digging out of the ground here. And I'll just be walking along and I randomly see bits of wire, and bits of wire are normal, but every now and then you'll get some ridiculously big bolt or something just crazy. And I got a few bricks, so it appears. Not a great deal, but anyway. You eat that grass, buddy. It's all the less I've got to mow. I was telling them to come in if you got any corrugated iron. Because I'll walk over it and you can hear them. I'm going to move a bit of that stuff out to my big stash. Fully off-grid, self-sufficient, automated lawn mowing. It works whether the solar panels are receiving sunlight or not. And it doesn't have dead batteries. Doesn't need a Bedini motor on it either. If funny like this, you can sit behind a window. And if you're not glaringly obviously there, or you don't make eye contact or much noise, you can be right in front of them and they never seem to notice. No damn wonder the Aboriginals used to kill the things. When sheep were introduced to Australia by white settlers, Aboriginals found they were a lot easier to catch than kangaroos, and then just changed from kangaroo to sheep. Of course, that didn't go down very well with the pioneers at all. Pioneers said they're our animals. The Aboriginals said, what do you mean our animals? It's just an animal and we just eaten it. Oh, that's going to have that little square completely flaming all out for them.